Hi guys, this is Penny Henry from Create for Christ Designs. I have a real treat flip through for you today. A really good friend of mine gave me this for my birthday. And it's a really cool Bible. I actually don't have this one. I do now. But anyway, she let me open it early because my birthday's not till next week. And because she's just that sweet. Anyway, it's called the Cultural Background Study Bible. It's in NKJV. And standard print, lay flat, which I really like. Because I don't like when things don't lay flat for me. It's in this, I think they call it some kind of claw box. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, you know I love it. It's got my colors. It's got an imprint on the side. And it talks about, and here's your presentation page, which she's going to send me a inscription so I can paste it onto the Bible. Here's your quick start guide, how to use it. Your chart, contents of your charts and your maps. There's a lot in here. Author introduction. Acknowledgements, of course, about the authors, which are John H. Walton, Craig Keener. Then you have your abbreviations. Then you have a preface to the New King James Version, which I think every different translation has one of those. I'm doing this with one hand, so I hope you guys can see it good. Hebrew to English translation chart. And this has things like let's see, create, and there's your translation, there's your key verse for it, etc. There's several of those. You got a whole lot of those. Sorry. I think it lays flat after you get further into it because it's not laying flat for me right now. But that's okay. Alright. Here you have ancient texts relating to the Old Testament and Old Testament chronology, which is your creation, your fall, your flood, Babel. And then you go on over here and you've got, I can't read it. Okay, you have the patriarchs. You have all that, Jacob and Exodus and the conquest, Judges, United Kingdom. I don't think that's talking about England. Then you have the kings of Israel. And down here you have stuff about Mesopotamia and, gosh, I can't see that. Egypt, Syria, Palestine, Anatolia, Crete, Persia, Greece, Italy. I love all the charts in here. It's cool. And then you start into your Old Testament. It talks about the Torah, narrative literature, wisdom, and the hymnic literature, and then oracles of the prophets. And then you go in here and you have the major background issues from the ancient Near East for Genesis. So it tells you all about the backgrounds of what you're reading, which helps you to understand what you're reading. This says the Torah, God establishes his covenant. I wonder if the Torah, I haven't read that part, so I wonder if the Torah is the same thing as the Pentateuch. Date and author, literary setting, key concepts. And then you have creation and existence. You have little study helps. You have your center cross references. That's what I think it is. Yeah, cross references in the center of your in the center. And again, you have these little areas of image and likeness, rest. And then down here, you have more study helps, like you would in a regular study Bible. There are a lot of illustrations in here, which I really like. Sorry. And there's a lot of, like I said, devotions in that. I'm going to flip in here because then I can get it to lay down. I'm trying to hold my other tablet, and it's trying to hold that straight was not working. Here you go. Major social concerns in the covenant. And see, and it has all this extra information. Takes you to other scriptures that helps you know about the cultures. Joshua, his historical background of this book. Literary form, key concepts. Comparative studies and historical literature. This is the introductive to the narrative literature. Then you got land grants. It tells you about that. You have all kinds of sections that tell you about the different things that happened back in that day. The fall of Jericho, and you have a nice map here. And I'm going to go further in here. This one looks like it'd be a good one. New kings and temples. And this is says buildings and restoring temples were an important undertaking for kings in the ancient world. Here, Gudea has the plans for a temple in his lap. And that's 2120 BC. So I guess right there are the plans for the new temple. That's pretty cool. I figured there's a lot of information in Leviticus and look at that. This is also different things that, they had back then. Okay, this is a wheeled bronze stand in Cyprus. 1225 to 1100 BC. This design has similarities to Solomon's movable stands of bronze. And that's found in 1 Kings 7, 27 through 37. There's another one. So it shows you the death of Sennacherib. Then let's go back here to I'm going to go back to the let's see what they got in Psalms. Let's see a mountain. This is a panel of dogs attacking an animal in Nineveh. Deliver me from the sword, my precious life from the power of the dog. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to go back here. This is Isaiah. Nations and cities mentioned in Isaiah. Title deeds in the ancient Near East. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that one. Esarhaddon's inscription concerning Babylon. I think that's hieroglyphics. And then there's some. This is a tomb wall showing a funeral procession. That's interesting. That's Daniel. Jonah. Here's Jesus' early life. So we're in Matthew now. You go back to the beginning of the New Testament. Here's your New Testament chronology. Christ's early birth, Christ's ministry, the early church, and it goes all the way through Revelation. Okay? Then you got pictures for the New Testament, the Gospel and Acts, the letters, and Revelation. Hearing the Gospels as first century hearers heard them. Yeah, that's going to make it a whole lot easier to, to study and to know how they heard it. And, that's really the way we should hear it. Okay, here's Matthew. Matthew's position among the Gospels. That I don't remember ever reading in another book, another Bible. You have quick at a glance, you have author, audience, date, theme. Try to put that down a little bit lower for you. Provenance and date, authorship and background. And that's Matthew. Herod the Great tells you about him and a model of Herod's palace. Wow. Then you've got your red letters, which I like that. Jesus' trial. Look at that. Isn't that nice? This is major archaeological finds and when they were and all that, which is cool. Healing miracles in the New Testament. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to go and read these, but because she just gave it to me. I got it on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? So, I was really excited. Really surprised, but really excited. Answered charges and parallel figures in Acts 7. I'm going to be excited to go back and read the prophecies and how it, the background on the prophecies. The letters in Revelation. The resurrection. Background of Colossians. That's good. You have the letter to the Colossae and you have a map about where that is. Travel in the Greco-Roman world. Pretty. There's a lot of illustrations in here also, which help with the description as far as I'm concerned. Ephesus during the time of Paul, and it has a 2-page spread telling you about that. Philemon was a member of the church in Colossae. That's the way I always pronounced it. And I've told y'all before, I love that the maps are actually on the pages where, where you're reading about them. So you don't have to go hunting down a map about what you're studying. We have the letters of Peter. Even has his opponents. You have a lot of Bible study here. This is Revelation. The imperial cult. Interesting. The new Nero. That'll be interesting to read. Babylon and Rome. The millennium. And then we get back here to the study helps. And you have the table of monies and weights and measures, index of articles in canonical order, index of articles in alphabetical order, concordance, map, index, and maps. Or map and index and maps. These are just charts that you would find in most Bibles. Here's your index. Or shall I say indexes that I just told you about, and where you can find different topics in the Bible. And then here's your map index. And you're going to have a few maps back here. Sorry, it's hard to hold it open. There you go. This is Paul's missionary journeys. I see that one in most Bibles, but Jesus' ministry, the apostles' early travels, Holy Land in the time of Jesus, Jerusalem in the time of Jesus. Kind of makes it where you can go back and see what, look at a map now and see how it, prophets in Israel and Judah, Assyrian and Babylonian empires, kingdom of David and Solomon, and the kingdoms of Israel and Judah, Exodus and the conquest of Canaan and the land of the 12 tribes. That's cool. You can get to see what modern day, what it equivalents to of modern day. Holy Land and Sinai. Of course, I'd have to do it this way. Okay. And then the world of the patriarchs. And again, that one would have to go this way. But there's so much in here. And it's so exciting to me, And, of course, it's gorgeous. It is, I think this might be leather touch. I'm not positive. But, it's really nice. It's something I wasn't expecting for my birthday. It really made me happy. And I have to say thank you. You know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I thought this would be a cool flip through for you guys for Friday. And next week, I believe I'm going to, even though it's just the 29th, I believe I'm going to go ahead and do the flip through of my prayerful planner for January. All right. Hope you guys give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Press that button to be the bell to be notified when I do another video for you. I will see you Monday with with your plan with me for my digital planners. And I will see you Wednesday with the devotion and Friday with another flip through. All right. I love you guys. Until next time. Bye.